So I made it back to Ferguson. I was excited to get here. I was a little concerned that the trip would be a waste of time and money. And I'm happy that I was wrong. I'd really like to stay here for an extended period of time. I feel like I'm letting them down. I don't know. I guess because they're such warm, friendly, intelligent people. I feel like I've kind of found a little bit of my tribe, the lost tribe of Missouri, I guess. Anyway, it started at 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Saturday, with a march from West Florissant over to the with a little protest, and then a march over to the memorial shooting site. There were a lot of people there. I wish there had been more, but there seemed to be a lot of folks from St. Louis and from 3, 4, 5 hours away, a day drive distance. And all the hotels were booked, which is a good sign too. The news media said it was in the thousands. I think more than 1,000 is accurate. The Brown family was there. There was some speeches, and then the protest moved over to what looked like a government-sponsored, sanctioned event in the park. The hardcore protesters kept going, and they went up to the police station, and the police station quickly set up a line of police officers who stood behind police tape, and the protesters were talking to them and yelling them, and some of them were engaging, and some of them were yelling, and some of them were being rude, and some of them were calling the black cops house niggers and Uncle Toms, and that's not really nice, but they were saying, come to our side, don't be on their side. And the side wasn't the black side or the white side, it was the cop side and the people's side, and I think that's what's important. And there was some very passionate dialogue going on, some very passionate discussions. One young woman said that she thought that black people needed to separate from the system, and I could only and police themselves and not be part of this anymore. And I could only think that isn't that what the United States was supposed to be about? Shouldn't people be able to go find a place and build their settlement and be free and just be left alone? And that's really really only what the anarchists and libertarians are looking for, is a place to be left alone, and I get that feeling from them. I see it instantly turning into using force against other people. Get out the vote in our people, vote in the good people, trust the system, and I think more and more people aren't buying it. Their rhetoric sounds a lot like libertarianism, sounds a lot like freedom, but I know that often turns into a use of force. How do we implement this freedom, and how do we force people to go along? And that's not the way to go. To separate, to detach from the system, to withdraw consent, that's what needs to be done. Thank you.